welcome to HD32PLAY. Today we're going to be doing something a bit different in that I'm going to be reviewing a movie rather than a game. So today we're going to be looking at The Wolverine. Now, in terms of the overall story of this, it's based on a comic miniseries by Frank Miller and Chris Claremont in 1982. The setting revolves around Japan, and obviously with the title being Wolverine, it stars the Wolverine, as you might expect. So anyway, Wolverine's in Japan, and there's a few twists and turns in here, but basically it revolves around, he saved a guy's life in Nagasaki bombings, and it revolves around this guy paying him back, in quotation marks, so to say. But just put it this way, I'm not going to try and ruin the story in this review. There's not going to be any spoilers, so yeah, it's a good story, a few twists and turns here and there. It's yeah, good story overall. Now, there's some bits that do kind of drag on. Now, obviously in the last film we had Wolverine killing Jean Grey because she became the Phoenix, and obviously the Phoenix was unstoppable, so Wolverine does kill Jean Grey in the last one, and there's quite a few flashback scenes in this film that do, I don't know, kind of detract from the overall, you know, the overall performance. It was a bit sort of unnecessary. It felt cliched, if you will. I think that the sort of the Jean Grey flashbacks do set up the film, and you know, he's having these nightmares and he needs to do something, but it's overplayed a bit too much. I don't think they were a necessary thing. Now, also there's a few characters that aren't really developed as well as I thought they should be. For example, there's Viper in this film, and you really don't see anything about her. You know, there's a few fight scenes, and that's about it. There's no story development behind that character cut at all, so that could have been explored a bit more, I think. That's you know, leaving the characters there. So overall, story's pretty good. Some of the things they could have done a bit better. Right, onto the actual you know, acting performances. Now, there's quite a few comedy elements in the film that did make me laugh. There's a bit where it's sort of you know, it's like an in-joke about Wolverine's fear of flying, and that's quite good. And there's other bits. And obviously, as you'd expect, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is just absolutely a badass. A complete badass. His acting's good, you know. He comes out with the lines on time. His lines sound gruff. He sounds like, well, Wolverine. And without, again, spoiling it, there are a few bits in this film that are completely over the top. Like, absolutely just, I mean, even in a comic book universe, comic book world, occasionally over the top stuff happens, and it is all elaborated, and it is all a bit more fantastical than usual. But seriously, you get some incredibly badass over the top stuff in this film, and it's all right. Another few bad points. I'd say that the 12A rating does kind of not exactly ruin the film, but I would have preferred if it was a higher rating, maybe a 15 or an 18. With a 12A rating, this is UK, of course. In America, I don't know what you guys will have had it as, but for the UK guys, the 12A rating is, you know, obviously with Wolverine you've got a lot of fight scenes, and with 12A rating you have to cut away from all the violence. So, you know, you go and see him, you'll see him claw someone, but then it'll cut away, so it's just like an intended. You know what's happening, but it's not quite, you know, as visceral as I would like it to be. So a 15 or 18 rating might have done better in that. Also, because of the story, the way the story is, this isn't a film aimed at kids. I mean, obviously, from a marketing standpoint, it is aimed at kids. But I wouldn't imagine that any of the kids, by the end of it, would realise what's going on. I mean, it's like bloody just, at the end of it, there's just a massive robot battle going off, and everyone's like, oh, and all the kids will just be, you know, going for that, but they won't actually have understood what's happening. So the 12A rating was more of a marketing thing, something they've done for the money, so, yeah, I don't know. I want to... You know, Wolverine is a kind of character that deserves a visceral movie, like Punisher. Punisher had an 18 movie, it was sick. Wolverine deserves the same kind of thing. Overall, though, guys, pretty cool, worth a watch. I gave it a 7 out of 10. If you're a fan, I would suggest going and see it in the cinema. I saw the 2D version. I don't really think that the 3D version would make much difference. You know, nowadays every single film needs to be 3D just so they can add an extra £2 onto the ticket price. But yeah, if you're a fan of Wolverine, fan of the X-Men, go and see it in the cinema. If not, definitely worth a rent or a download, or just, you know, watch it on your home TV. Good movie, guys. Alright, thanks for watching. More game reviews will come soon, but right now I'm actually in the middle of downloading Marvel Heroes again, because I'm going to be doing a review on that in a bit. So thanks for watching, guys, and subscribe for more.